Man, Lil Boosie calls Gunna a snitch. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, he ain't take the stand though. He ain't take the stand. He sat right in front of the judge, excuse me, and asked him some questions. And they asked him, you know, was YSL a label in the game? He said, yeah. I think he said they got caught in the car. Him and Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug, they got caught in the car with some drugs. It was methamphetamine, maybe something else. It was another drug too, and a firearm. And he said, you know, she was like, you know, you and Jeffrey Williams got caught in the car with these two drugs and the firearm. Were they yours? He said, no. Right? And then, you know, he said, did you realize your actions, YSL, and, you know, your music was hurting the community and the YSL gang and all that? And he said, yeah. Now, he put a statement out that he ain't snitch. He ain't, you know, put no paperwork on nobody or whatever. Now, apparently, they said they was prepping 300 witnesses, and they asked for an extension on all of this. And the judge did not grant them the extension. So, it's a local case too, by the way. It's not a federal case. So, I mean, obviously, when you're in the car, you like, it ain't mine. Who else is gonna be? But also, it could be somebody who's not in the car. Y'all could be borrowing somebody's car. Somebody could have left some shit in your car. You never know. People calling him a rat. Right? Now, I don't know what Young Thug think about this, Mr. Jeffrey Williams. I don't know what he think about this. And I think that could really hurt him. If he come out and say, well, Gunna snitched and he cooperated against me and it hurt my case and all, and this, that, and the third. Right? So, number one thing he think about is getting out. He got out. He told it was a gang, said it wasn't his drugs, said it was a gang again. And he gone home. Suspended 4-year sentence, 1 year time served, 5 and all, 4 suspended. Probably gonna be provisions plus, you know, with 500 hours of community service. You know, will his rap career be the same? You know, it's a different set of rules for everybody in the rap game. You know, when you black, everybody have a different set of rules, so he might as well be prepared for his career to be over with. Now, Young Thug can really sway it one way or another, you know, but his career is pretty much over with. You know, he a free rat though. You know, you ain't think about that, and you know, well, you thinking like people say, well, I wouldn't have did this and I wouldn't have did that. I'd have went down, man. Going to the prison system. Sit your ass in there for some of y'all niggas a day, 24 hours, a week, a month. The average person go to shit. 80% of people gonna tell, even the gangsters. 90% of people gonna tell in that situation. It's easy from the outside sitting in when you ain't facing them years and you looking, it's like watching football, basketball. Oh man, he should have hit the A gap. He missed the hole. Oh man, he should have just took the layup other than going for. It's easy from the outside looking in. When they start putting the pressure, niggas get to singing. Come on. And they gonna have to watch how y'all use that word gang. Y'all gonna have to eliminate that from y'all raps, because now they gonna start targeting gangs through rap culture. You know, and ultimately, excuse me, you know, hip hop has a no snitch culture. But there's so many snitches in hip hop. You know, so many snitches that came and did this, that, and the third, but you know, all he think about, he free. Eating good, you know, probably, you know, sold some of his royal lows, whatever his preference is, you know. And it hit him later. But, you know, I wondered, did he corroborate, or, you know, did he, you know, chop it up with Young Thug about it? Now, Boosie one of the few people who can have this opinion because he was on death row and didn't snitch. And to his omission, he was young and dumb. You know, he said he was, you know, calling out police officers in songs and putting a target on his back. But, you know, when you on death row, you facing the death penalty, excuse me. When you facing the death penalty, first thing he did was got the hell out of Louisiana. That was the smartest thing he should have did. And he should have left from the beginning. But when you're young, you don't think about this, you know, they end up in, you know, trapping you up and all that. But he one of the people that could say, you know what, I stood on my power, I facing the death penalty, and I ain't snitch. So he's somebody who can openly criticize people and deem people a rat and this, that, and the third. And he said, how can you do that to your mans? When he's saying he not running a criminal gang, a gang. My thing is, you got 300 witnesses. It's 300 of them, maybe versus 10, let's say it's 10 solid niggas in this case. It's 10 people that ain't willing to flip. It's 10 on 300. Let's say it's 10% of 300. You know what I'm saying? It's 10% of 300 of them versus us. You know, that's not as big as 300. It's 30, right? It's 30 of them. That's still a lot. That's still a lot. You know, me and you gonna go down together. When I can walk away. What's these lawyers telling Gunna? Now, if we was in it together and I knew what it was when I signed up, and you got to go down with your mans. Now, if Young Thug say, man, go do you. Do what you got to do, man. I don't blame you, bro. You know, make sure you put some of my books, different conversation. That's how I say Young Thug can make this sway one way or the other. Right? So we don't know what he think. As right now making this video, I don't know what he think. But that was a death blow. When somebody that sit next to you, your mans, say you did this and did that and the third, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. It's worse than taking a stand and pointing at a nigga. That's a wrap. He saying he not, you saying he is. But he probably Gunna looking at the evidence. His lawyer look at the evidence. Look here. You can go down with him. This is what y'all looking at. You can go down with him. Or you can say this, that, and the third. And you can go home. And most people out there gonna go home. Even the most hood of street niggas, when they sitting there and they telling you gonna sit down for 5 years. Or you gonna sit down for 20 years or 30 years. But you can go home right now. Come on. 98% of y'all going home, including the gangsters and all them. 98% of y'all going to the crib. But if that's your mans and that's your guy and you understood what you was doing and what they was into when you joined, gotta go down with your mans. I agree with Boosie. It's a wrap. You gotta go down with your mans. You knew what you signed up for. You was sliding with them. You was aware of it. You was affiliated with them. That's your mans. Really, is y'all versus him. That's his biggest 300 witnesses, bro. When your right hand man turned on you, that's his biggest 300 witnesses. But I ain't really never looked at him as no gangster dude, though. Don't know much about his music, but I haven't looked at him like no gangster dude. You know, but the consequences it'll kick in a minute for him. They kick in for him, but Young Thug really could sway it one way or another for him. But we'll see. We'll see. Everybody gangster, I ain't gonna snitch until they give you that time. They sit here and say, well, you got 10 life sentences, you got 20 years with parole, or 20 years, 25 without parole, or you can go home. Shit, a lot of times it's a race who's gonna snitch first. Real talk. I know some people that was in a situation, everybody turned on them, and he ended up getting the time. That's what happened with TK. You know, people that really did it, they all pointed out, yeah, he was with us. Yep, it was him. He was with us. And the person that pulled the trigger ended up getting less time than him. So a lot of times it's a race to who gonna snitch first. So I don't know how much communication they had behind the pen, in the pen, and whatever it was, but it is what it is, man. And it's something something that he gonna have to live with. You know, and if you did snitch and they feel like you snitched, then you gonna live with your head on a swivel. Probably think of witness protection. But that's the decision when you decide to be in the street. That's a decision you make. When you decide to sell drugs, that's a decision you make. You know, a lot of times the OGs used to give you a disclaimer. When my man's on Black TV used to run with Felix Mitchell, he told me, he said he told them, I forget the dude's name. He said he told them that if you snitch, we gonna kill you. So you gonna get down. If you snitch, we killing you. Come on, that's all that need to be said. What more disclaimer do you need more than that? So, you know, it's what you sign up for. People know exactly what they sign up for. They know exactly what they sign up for. You know, you wanted to be involved, you wanted to be down with them, guess what? We bleed, you bleed. So to me, yeah, he ratted. But hey, what's new? Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check the music entertainment playlist out. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit Linktree, the first link in the description. Hit me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Instagram, Spotify, we everywhere. Linktree, the first link in the description. Check out the music entertainment playlist, more videos like this. Peace.